Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Zoho Creator Tech Connect series. I hope everyone is doing good and my name is Niveta and I will be the trainer for this session. So I hope everyone has joined the session. So we will start our session now. Before we begin our session, I would like to outline few important housekeeping rules that must be followed throughout the session. So all the attendees will be on mute and you can post all your questions in the question tab. The recording of the session will be sent to all the registrants post the session and we would like everyone to participate in the polls and survey during and after the session. So right now my co-trainer will be sharing you a poll. So we would like everyone to participate in the poll. So the agenda for today's session will be, I'll be giving you an introduction about Zoho Creator, what is this Zoho Creator series is about. And then we'll be delving into our topic, which is new release updates. And for each and every feature that I will be showing in this session, I'll be giving a live demo and with the key pointers that needs to be kept in mind. And then finally, there will be a recap of all the session that we have done so far in this Tech Connect series. So what is this Creator Tech Connect series is? In Creator, whenever we want to handle a business logic, a complex business logic, we purely depend on the combination of workflow and deluge scripting. So to develop those business logic effortlessly, we need to know the technical nuances and know how this can be effectively implemented inside our applications. So, to gain that technical knowledge, we have formulated the idea of bringing in the Tech Connect series. So, this Tech Connect series is a pure technical session in which we provide immersive training on the key essentials and technical nuances while building solution in Zoho Creator. So let us look into our features, which is new release feature that will be covered in today's session. So we'll be talking about metrics in Creator. Then we'll be looking into the custom sorting and grouping in reports. Finally, we'll be looking into the integration task for Zoho FSM and building. So all these are the new release feature. Then we have the new release enhancement in which we'll be looking into the confirmation on form submission and then QR code and barcode support in PWA. Finally, there will be the notification preference. So these are all the topics that we are going to cover in today's session. So let's start our session with understanding the new release feature. So we will start our session by understanding the metrics. So have you ever wondered where to get the statistics on application usage or where to get a holistic view of users activity and how to track engagement and adoption of users across applications deployed? So in order to answer all these questions, we have this metrics in Creator. So metrics are nothing but it will provide you a comprehensive overview of application and user activities by displaying them in a single dashboard, which is a unified dashboard. So with the help of metrics, we can obtain a complete understanding of usage statistics for various applications and their users, including those who are accessing the application in the real time. So we can able to get insight with KPIs, chart, heat map, and etc. So before using the metrics, there are few terminologies that you need to get familiarized with. So we have something called access count or accessed. So this is nothing but the moment the user enters into the live mode of an application, that will be counted as an access count or accessed. Then we have the hit count. So this hit count, any action that the user performs within the live mode of an application, that will be counted as a hit count. So for example, when you're submitting a record or editing a record or triggering a workflow, all these comes under the hit count. Then we have the public users. So public users are nothing but users who access published components of the application. They will come under the public users. So these are all the terminologies that we need to understand. And as I was mentioning earlier, metrics is a dashboard. So in the dashboard, you can see application activity, user activity, and the portal user activity. So you can see all these data separately in a different dashboard. So when we talk about the key benefits of metrics, you will be able to get unparalleled access to in-depth insight on user activity over application in your creator account, and it will measure us. I mean, it will help us in measuring the application engagement using various metrics, and use this data to identify trends and ensure efficient app usage, right? So so where to find this metric? Now that we know what is metric, now where to find this metric? So if you go to the creator dashboard, on the left hand side you will be able to see three sections. One will be develop, deploy, and the manage, right? So under the manage you can see the metrics. So as soon as you click on the metrics, you will be landing into this page where you will be clicking on this I agree and consent to data requirements. So as soon as you read all the consent to data requirements, you will then be landing into the dashboard. So in the dashboard, you can see the different views of the application activity, user activity, and the portal user activity. So, in order to understand this in a better manner, we will show you this in a live demo. So, I'm just going to the creator platform now. So, this is our creator platform, right? So, on the left hand side, you can see the manage section. So, under the manage, we have the metrics. So, I'm just clicking on the metrics, and as soon as I click on the metrics, I can able to see the application activity, user activity, and the portal user activity. So in case if you are a new user who are trying to use the metrics for the first time, you will be landing into the configuration page where you will be reading all the consent to the data requirements. And here you can see we have the application activity, user activity, and the portal user activity. So if I click on this drop down, I can able to filter the data based on by all users, by users, and by portal users. So let me reload this page once. So yeah, so here you can see we have different panels with application accessed count, and we have the idle application count, and then we have application hit count, then we have the daily average hits per application. So these are all the different panels with different data, I mean different application activities. And here I can see the application access trend, right? So over here I can see the dates, and here I can see the application access count. So I can scroll it, and I can able to see the different statistics of the applications, right? So I can just hover the mouse here, and I can able to see the application and the dates, right? So and here you can see that we have the usage by hit count, right? So this is nothing but, as I was mentioning earlier, hit count is nothing but whenever a user is, let's say, whenever a user is submitting a record or editing a record or triggering a workflow, so that will be counted as an hit count. So here I can see the top 5 application, and I can also go ahead and see the least 5 application if I click on this drop down, right? So below this we have application trend by hit count. So this is so before, if you have noticed, here we have the data for the access count, and here we have the data for the hit count. So I can see the hit counts here, and then here we can see the dates, right? So the data that we are looking into now is of last 30 days. So in case if you want to view this in today's based on today's data, or yesterday's, or current week, previous week, current month, previous month, and then you can also view it for past 3 months, right? So you can just go ahead and use go ahead and view the data based on your requirement. Then we have the user activity. So if I go to the user activity, inside the user activity, we can see the user access count, and then we can see the idle users, stickiness average, and the daily average hits per user. So this user access is the user whenever he enters into the live mode, that will be counted as an access count. And then we have the idle users, right? So this will give you I mean, this will give you all the idle users whoever is not using your whoever is not active inside your application. So if you want to check the users, you can just click on the view list, and over here you can see the list of users who are inactive inside your applications. Now in case if I wish to or if I want to notify this particular user to be active inside my application, I can click on this notify, and a notification email will be sent to that particular user. So I'm just clicking on the send mail, and if I go to the mail, so this is the user's email. Just reloading it. And as you can see here, we have received an mail stating that it has came from, I mean, it has came from creator, and with the username, and it is telling that we hope this email finds you well. We just wanted to take a moment to reach out to you as you have been inactive on the creator application for a while. Now, if the user wish to use the application directly from this mail, he can just click on the access application. So this will redirect them to the application. So this is how the idle user will receive an email. Now then we have the stickiness average. So this stickiness average is nothing but you can see the percentage of the average users accessed among the total users. Then we have the daily average hits per user. So this will show me the average hits count. And then we have user access trend. So here I can see the dates, and over here I can see the user count. So I can scroll down and I can able to see all the data in this graph. Then we have user activity by cohort. So here the data will be split into period, users, and the day 1, day 2, and till day 7. Right. So it has been split into a period like 14th to 20th and 21 to 27th, and also it is showing me the user count, then the days. Now here, if I want to change the view of this particular report, I can just click on the heat map so that the view will get changed. And this heat map is nothing but it is a color code where different color codes will be given to the different data, right? So for 50%, as you can see, we have these shades, and for 100% we have something like a darker shade, right? So this is about the user activity by cohort. Then we have the usage by device. So if you wish to see on which device your application is being used, you can see that over here. So as you can see, there are desktop, laptop, mobile or tablet and others. So the majorly used device is desktop or laptop. Then we have the usage by platform. So if I want to check on which platform my application is being used, so I can see that over here, the Chrome, Firefox, Edge and Safari with the hits count. Then I can also go ahead and see the OS, on which OS the application is being used. So I can see the Windows, Mac OS and the Linux. So this is the complete dashboard for the user activity. Then we have the portal user activity. So whenever you give a portal access or permission to your application, that will be listed over here. So as of now, I have two applications under the portal user activity. So I can so it will show me all the data in a by clicking on the by clicking on the different application, I can able to see a set of portal users activity inside that. So I will just click on this Silker home appliance application, and over here I can see the user access count, idle users list, stickiness average, daily average hits per count. Then I can see the user access trend. Then we have the user activity by cohort, usage by device, and which is very similar to the user activity, right? And if you have noticed, for portal user activity, we have the application trend by hit count. So as you can see, here we have the hit counts, and over here it will show me based on which date this particular action is occurring. right? Now this is about the portal user activity. So then we have on the top, as I was mentioning earlier, if I want to change the if I want to view the data for today's or yesterday's, I can just use it from here. Then we have the application, which is the timing, which is based on your data center. Now moving on to the next, we have the application activity, right? So we have the filters that you can go ahead and use it. So this is about the metrics. So this will give you a clear and a great overview of all the application activity, user activity, and the portal user activity. Now, when you're using the metrics, there are few key points that needs to be kept in mind. So metrics will available in United States, Europe, and the India data center. Then it will be available only in the Creator 6 version of Creator, and you can see the last 120 days data. Only last 120 days data will be available, and this matrix can be accessed only by the admins and the super admins, right? So then we have the custom sorting and grouping, which is our next new release feature. So what is this custom sorting and grouping? If so, before we had the ability to sort and group the records, right? So now we have taken it a step further by introducing the custom option. So this option will allow me to arrange records in order that we desire without being restricted to a predetermined pattern. So I can apply the custom sorting to first 50 distinct value of large volume reports, and I can sort the records, the remaining records, either in ascending or the descending order. So this is a complete setup flow for how to create the custom sorting and grouping. Now, first you will be going to the edit mode of your application. Edit mode of the report, and then you will be clicking on the open report properties. Then you will be clicking on the sorting or grouping. And once you click on the sorting or grouping, you will be selecting the required field on which field you wanted to group or sort the on based on which field you wanted to group or sort the records. And then we have the click custom order, which is the new release. So once it is done, you will then move on to the live mode, and you will click the configure custom order. So this is the icon that we will be having in the live mode, and then you will be clicking on the add values. So as soon as you add the values, you will then be rearranging the values as per your requirement. So once it is done, your records will get sorted or grouped in the custom order, right? So we'll give you a quick demo on this, so that it will be easy for you to understand. So I'm just going to the creator platform, and this is the application that we are using for the demonstration purpose, which is construction management. So inside this application, I have different modules like projects, task, employee details, work orders, service request, contact details, and the expenses. Then also we have the customer details, right? So now in the employee details, if I go to the all employee details, I can see the complete report, right? So which is in in the list view. So there is we didn't filter any records, or we didn't use any sorting or grouping option here. So now if I wish to sort these records based on the roles, I can just go to the edit mode of this application, and then I'll be going to the open report properties. Then we have the grouping and sorting option over here, right? So I'm just clicking on the grouping option, and I'm going to group the records based on the roles field. So I'm choosing the roles, and I'm adding this. So now, as soon as you add the respected field, here you can see the sorting order. Either you can sort it based on the ascending or the descending. And then we have the custom order. So if you have noticed, before we had only these two options. Now we have included the custom order. So which is again a new release. So so I'm just selecting the custom order, and I'm just giving done. Now I'm going to access this in the live mode. I'm going to the live mode of this application. And as you can see, this is how the sorting and grouping will work basically, right? So it has been sorted as keeping the field technician on the top and project manager here, and then we have the sales executive. Now in case if I wish to see the records based on the sales executive as the top, and field technician in the middle, and project manager in the last, if I wish to do so, I can go to the configure custom model. So this we have configured inside the grouping and sorting in the open report properties, right? Now we can use this in the live mode. So I'm just clicking on this icon, and here I can add the values. So I'm just adding the values. So I wanted to see my report based on sales executive on the top of my report, and then I wanted to see the field technician and the project manager. So if I want to sort the remaining records like based on the ascending or the descending, I can choose that from here. So I'm choosing ascending, and I'm saving this. So as soon as I save the custom order, I can able to see the view got changed. So before it was in field technician, and then we had the project manager, then it was sales executive. Now I can able to see that the records has been grouped based on my preference. So I can able to achieve this by using the custom order, which is the custom sorting or grouping option, right? So this is about the custom sorting and grouping. Now there are few key points that needs to be kept in mind. So only super admins and developers can perform custom sorting, and the users can view records in the respective order depending upon their roles and the permission. And the custom sorting and grouping can be accessed by creator users of all plans. When it comes to the ADLM, it is recommended for you to set up the custom order in live mode after publishing it to the environments. Right. So moving on to the next topic, which we have the Zoho FSM and Zoho billing integration task. So what is Zoho FSM? So Zoho FSM is nothing but it is field service management, which helps you to manage and execute the field services. And then you can achieve this by it helps us in automating the work such as work order management, scheduling, dispatching, and tracking of service appointments and invoicing. So if we talk about the key benefits of using Zoho FSM, it will help us in streamlining the field operations, improve agent productivity, and efficient team management, and it aids process KPIs. So now let's say you have built an ERP solution in Zoho Creator, and you wanted to integrate that application with Zoho FSM in order to maintain the field service in the FSM. So for in order to achieve that, we have the built-in task. So in the built-in task, we have create records, get records, get record by ID, get related records, search records, and update records. With the help of this built-in task, I can able to integrate with the Zoho FSM, and I can able to track and maintain the customer detail. So going to let me show you a live demo on this, how this can be achieved. So going to the platform again. So here I have the contact details form, right? So now I wanted all these contact details of my customers to be maintained inside my Zoho FSM. So I will go to the FSM now. So this is how your FSM will be like. This will be the home page where you can see the different panels with the dashboard, and here are the different modules. So we have customers, work order management, dispatch console, service and parts, assets, and the workforce. So now in the customers we have the contact details, right? I mean contacts module. So as you can see in the creator, I had a separate module for details contact details, right? Now I wanted these information to be maintained and stored in Zoho FSM. So in order to achieve this, I have written a workflow. So let me go to the edit mode and I'm going to the workflow. And the workflow that we have written is in the contact modules. And I'm just clicking on this. Now this is our script for achieving the create record task. So what I have done here is I have used the create record task in which will help me to create a record. Whenever a record is created in the Zoho Creator application, that will be automatically reflecting inside my Zoho FSM account. So in order to do this, I have just created an empty map and I have declared a variable for that. And here we have we have mapped the data, which is last name, and this last name is the API name in the Zoho FSM, and input dot customer last name is the field link name in the Zoho Creator application. And also we are going to create the first name and the customer's first name, which is again the creator field link name. And here we have the email. So all these are the details that I'm going to maintain in Zoho FSM. So as you can see here, this is our syntax for create record task. Now in order to get this syntax, you will be going to you can go to the Zoho FSM integration task and you can see the different tasks. So we have create record, get records by ID, get related records, search record, and update record. So I'm going to click on the create record. And as soon as I click on the create record, I will be landing into the page where I can able to see the syntax. So in the syntax, first I'll be declaring a variable, and then this will be the service name, which is Zoho.fsm is the service name, and the task that we are going to perform is create record. And inside this, we'll be giving the module name, on which module that you want to create a record. And in the record details, you will be adding uh, the mapped data. You have given a variable name to the map, right? So you will be giving that here. And then in the optional data map, so this optional data map is nothing but it is a map parameter to pass any additional value. So if you want to ignore this parameter, you can supply an empty map. And then finally, you will be giving the connection. So going back here, so what I've done here is I've just declared a variable, and the service name is Zoho FSM, create record is the task, and here this is the module, contacts is the module, and this is the API name for the contacts module in Zoho FSM. Then this will be our variable that we have created, in which we have stored all the data, which is the new map. Then empty map, which we have created over here, then the Zoho FSM. So as we know, whenever we are trying to integrate with any service, like any third-party service or any Zoho service, we need to create a connection inside our Zoho Creator platform, right? So as soon as you create a connection, you will be naming the connection. So this is the name for my Zoho FSM connection inside my Creator platform. I'm just closing this. Now let's see how we can able to perform this. So I'm going to the contacts module, and I'm going to add the data. And I'm giving a customer ID. I'm going to give the plan code and the customer email address. And I'm giving the number. So now I'm going to submit this. So as soon as I submit this, this should be reflected inside my Zoho FSM. So I'm reloading this page. So this is the name that this is the data that we entered in Creator, right? So as you can see here, we have the name, email, and the contact owner and creator time. So all this will be as soon as you submit the data inside your Creator application, that will be created inside the Zoho FSM. Okay. So this is a very simple task that you can go ahead and achieve when you are trying to integrate with any services, right? Now then, moving on to the next, we have the Zoho billings. So what is Zoho billings? Zoho billings is nothing but it will help you to keep track of customers, billing cycles, tax compliance, and payments of your subscription. So when we talk about the key benefits of using Zoho billing, it is an easy product management, efficient billing process, convenient payment handling, and it is simplified metered billing workflow, which helps us in managing customer life cycle, and it's a powerful business insight. Now, whenever you are trying to use Zoho billings, whenever you're trying to integrate Zoho billings with your Creator application, you can use all these built-in tasks, which is get organization, get list, retrieve, create, and the update. Now, let me show you a demo on this. So here, I have created a module for capturing the customer details. So in which I will be adding all the customer name and the customer email. So if I go to the Zoho billing, so this is how your Zoho billing account will look like. So you will be having different modules like customers, product catalog, sales, payments, expenses, time tracking, events, and the reports. So in the customers module, I'm going to track all the customers information. I'm going to keep a track of all my customer information. So in order to do so, I have created a built-in task. So let me show you that. So customer detail is the module in which I have done the workflow. So just clicking here. And this is again the very similar process that we followed for Zoho FSM. So first we have created an empty map and then we have mapped all the data inside this empty map. So the display name and the email will be the API name for billing Zoho billing account. And here is the syntax for create record. So we are performing the create record task. So let me go to the Zoho billing integration task. If you go to this document, you will be able to see the get organization, get list, retrieve, create, and update. These are all the different integration tasks. Now, if I click on the create, I can see the syntax, right? So in the syntax, we'll be declaring a variable. So let me show you here. So yeah, here we'll be declaring a variable, and then this will be the service name, which is Zoho.billing, and create is the task that we are going to perform, and the customers is the module name. So here you can see we have the customer as the module name, right? And you need to give the customer modules API name. Then here we have the organization ID. So if I go to the billing account, on the top here you can see the profile, right? If I click on this, I can able to see the organization ID, right? So you can just copy and paste this over here. And then this will be the new map is the variable in which I have mapped all the data. And here this Zoho billing is the connection name that I have created. Now, if I go to the contacts module, which is customer details module, if whenever I add an entry, whenever I create a record inside the creator platform, that should be reflected in the Zoho billing account. So let me try to add a record. And the customer email. I'm just submitting this record. Now, if I go to billings, I should be able to see the record that I have submitted in Creator application. So as you can see here, this is the data that we have entered in Creator account, right? So that is getting reflected inside the Zoho building. So this is how this is another built-in task for create a record inside any of your Zoho services. I mean inside your Zoho billings account, right? So you can you can refer this document if you want to perform any integration task like get organization, get list, or retrieve, create, or update. So then, moving on to the next, we will be looking into the feature enhancement. So far we were looking into the new release features like metrics, custom sorting and grouping, and then we were looking into the integration task for Zoho billing and Zoho FSM. Now let us look into the new release enhancement. So first we have the confirmation upon form submission. So this is nothing but it will help you in showing a confirmation alert, or it will give you a pop-up message by whenever you're trying to submit a form. So by enabling this feature or this property, it will help you in avoiding the accidental submission and preserve data integrity. So how you will be enabling this property is you will be going to the form properties. Inside your form properties, if you scroll down, you will get to see this confirm form submission. All you need to do is you just need to check this box so that this particular option will be enabled inside that particular form. And after enabling, you can go ahead and try to submit. Whenever you're submitting the form, there will be a message stating would you like to proceed to submit the form, right? So let me show you a live demo on this. So I'm going to the platform, and here we have the projects, right? So in the projects, let's say I'm giving the project name and project location, start date, end date, employee details, estimate budget, and status. Now so as you can so let me give you an example here. Now whenever I'm trying to submit this form, when I unintentionally give any wrong information inside this particular module, and I'm just clicking on the enter key instead of clicking on the tab. So let's say whenever a user is going and using the module in a laptop, he will be using the tab button to go to the next field, right? Go to the next field and enter the next data. So instead of clicking on the tab, he is unintentionally clicking on the enter button. So what that will make him is the form will be the form will get submitted, right? So in some scenario you cannot revert back the data. So on that case, to avoid that scenario, we have introduced this confirmation upon form submission. So how this can be enabled is you can go to the edit mode of this application, and you can go to the open form builder, and here click on the properties, and here you can see the confirm form submission. Enable this, and automatically the changes will get saved. Clicking on done, and I'm going to the live mode. So here I will be giving the project name. Let's say I'm giving tree, and a project location, and the start date, end date, employee details. Now if in case click on the tab button, it will take me to the next, which is next field, right? Now if I click on the enter, so let me Let me go to the edit mode now. The data will automatically get submitted. So if I go to the edit mode and if I enable this option, just enable this again. Now, if I enter this, it will ask me, I mean, if I click on the enter button, it will ask me, would you like to proceed to submit the form? So this will make me to avoid the unintentional form submission, right? So this is about confirmation upon form submission. So there are few key points to keep in mind, which is if you press the cancel button in the pop-up, the form will not be submitted and it is editable. Then the data entered in your form will not be saved or submitted until user clicks the submit button in the pop-up. So this property is only applicable to keyboard users and only admin or super admin can enable this property. Right? So moving on to the next feature, which is scan QR code and barcode. So as we all know, QR code and barcode are machine readable codes that are typically used for storing the data. Now, what's new in this? So, in QR code and barcode scanning, which were so far available only on our mobile apps, is now available on progressive web apps, which is PWA. So, the scanning property will be available only for the single line, multi-line, email, URL, number, person, currency, and the decimal fields. So then we have the notification preference, which is again a new release enhancement. So what is this notification preference is? So this notification keeps you in the loop about your account by providing instant alerts for specific activities, and all your notifications are consolidated under the notification pane. So whenever you're writing any workflow, or whenever I mean any like the approval workflow, or adding a record comment, so you will get to see a notification icon inside your application. So I will show you that. So here we have the notification icon, right? So this notification icon, with the help of that, you can able to see all the notification whatever that you're receiving for your application. So in this notification feature, we have introduced something new in which you will be able, you can able to take the complete control over customizing the notification, and you can enable or disable the alerts. Then you can also completely turn off all the notifications. So if you wish to not, I mean, if you wish not to see the notification, you can go ahead and completely turn off all the notifications. So where you can find this is, you will be going to notification icon, you will click on that and you will get to see a settings icon. So if you click on the settings icon, you will be seeing the preferences. So in which you can disable or enable the notifications, or you can just disable only this particular notification. So all that can be customized. So we'll give you a live demo on this. So here we have the notification. So if I click on here, I can able to see all the different notifications, right? And here we have the notification settings. So I'm just clicking on the notification settings, and in the preferences, I can see the allow notification, record comments, approval workflows, blueprint transition. So I'm just enabling this workflow approvals, giving done. And now in the task form, I have written a approval workflow. So let me show you that. So in the approval, I have written an approval activity on which whenever the form is submitted, this should be approved by the project manager. So let me try to add few data in this form. And I'm just submitting this form. So as soon as I submit this form, I will receive the notification. So if I click on the notification, you can see the notification. So in case if I wish not to see all this notification, I can go to the settings I can simply uncheck this particular option and I can give done. Now, if I try to submit this form, I cannot see the notification. So let me submit this. So before submitting this form, we received a notification over here. Now, after disabling the approval workflow notification, I'm not receiving any notification over here. Right? So this is how you will be customizing the notification preferences. Like you can go ahead and enable the option, or you can completely turn off the notification. So all this can be performed inside the notification preferences. So this is again a new enhancement inside the notification feature. Right? So then, yeah, with this, we have completed our today's topic. Like we have looked into the new release feature and the enhancement. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, I will be giving a quick recap of all the topics that we have covered so far in this Tech Connect series. So these are all the different topics that we have covered starting from January to till November. And let me give you a quick glimpse of the topics that we have covered. So the first session which was for integration, in which we were talking about the integration fields, like the different integrations that can perform inside the Zoho Creator platform, like integration field, integration form, inbuilt integration using Deluge, third-party API, and the integration flow. Then we had a session for JavaScript widgets in Zoho Creator, so in which we learned about the widget and its capabilities. Then we tried creating the widget, and then we learned about the JS API. Then we had a session for custom AI, so in which we were talking about the AI modeler, model category, and the custom AI model. Then we had a V2 API and Open API specifications in Zoho Creator. So in which we were learning about the V2 API and the Open API. Then we had a session for latest release updates in Zoho Creator, in which we covered augmenting subform capabilities, enhancement to portal, import reports via permalink, dynamically embedded components in page, and AI model assistance to create apps from files. Then we had a session for mastering the art of deluge and cloud functions, in which we covered a deluge collection and conversion functions like intersect, get JSON, insert, contains, toDate, and toString. Then we had a session for then we had a session 2 for mastering the art of deluge and cloud function, in which we covered deluge list variable and its built-in function, add, append, distinct size, and also we learned about the dynamic pick list. Then we had a separate session for Canvas Layout Designer, which is a new release feature, in which we learned about how to create Canvas layout, and then with a specific use case. Then modules in Canvas. Then we had a session 3 for mastering the art of deluge and cloud functions, in which we were discussing about the blueprint deluge task and the map functions. And we had a introduction. Introducing page variables and page scripts. We learned about the page variables and how this can be used how using scripts in pages. So all this we learned in the page variables session. Then we had a session for introducing cloud functions, in which we were learning about the Java and the Node.js. And so this is this is a catch up and release update part 1, so which is the continuation of this session, the previous session, in which we learned about the introduction for variables, the conventional process of creating variables, new variables update, and variables in environment. Then we had another session, which is part two, in which we learned about the save form as draft, email analytics, API version 2, 2.1, and remove from environments, customize portal pages, screen record feature, and how a PDF can be used in OCR. So this was our last Tech Connect series. So you can go ahead and look into this session. So we have posted all these session recordings in the YouTube as well. So you can just go ahead and look into this. And so with this, we have come to the end of this recap. And we have our upcoming session for learning table series, which is 12-month 12 industries, and this will be happening on 11th of Jan, 9 p.m. as per Indian Standard Time. So you can use this QR code and you can scan and register for the session. Then we have a Creator Tech Connect series, in which we'll be covering the widgets and its capabilities. So this will be happening on 18th of Jan, 9 p.m. as per Indian Standard Time. So by using this QR code, you can just scan and register for the session. So if there is any questions regarding today's session or today's topic that we have covered, if you have any questions, you can post it in the question tab. My co-trainer will be answering all your questions. And also, my co-trainer will be sharing you the survey link, in which we would like to hear all your feedbacks. So they will be sharing the survey link now. Please access the link and post all your feedbacks. So I hope all your questions has been answered. So we once again thank you everyone for joining our session, and we would like your active participant in our rest of the next upcoming sessions as well, right? So yeah, thank you everyone. Thanks for all your active participation once again, and yeah, have a great day. Thank you.